Well, in math yesterday, we talked about the different types of quadrilaterals, the shapes that have four sides, and what makes up each different special name. If it's a square with all the same sides and four right angles, or if it was a trapezoid, only one side that's not parallel, the other ones will eventually cross. So today we're going to talk about different groups of shapes, and you're going to be on page 590, 590. Okay. You also might want to take your notes page out. That helped us yesterday a lot, and it might help us again today. So you might want to take that out. I forgot to plug in my computer. Hang on real quick. It won't take me long. What do you have planned for the weekend? Anything exciting? Okay. It'll take just a second. There we go. Okay, so today we are going to talk about different shapes and how we can decide which goes in which pattern.
How can you describe different groups of shapes? Let's look at some different ways. Ethan made two groups of polygons. How are the groups different? How are the groups alike? When you classify groups of shapes, you identify the attributes of each and then compare them with other shapes. What is the middle figure in group 1? Why can it be included in group 1?
The middle figure in group 1, what is that? That's a square. Four sides, all the same length with four right angles.
The middle figure in group 1 is a square. A square is a special type of rhombus. It is a rhombus with four right angles. Could a trapezoid also be included in group 1?
What do you think? Could a trapezoid be included here?
No. A trapezoid has just one pair of sides that never cross. A rhombus is a parallelogram, and a parallelogram has two pairs of sides that never cross. Here are some ways the two groups are different. In group 1, each polygon has sides that are all the same length. In group 2, each polygon has sides that are not all the same length. In group 1, each polygon has two pairs of sides that never cross. In group 2, each polygon has only one pair of sides that never cross. Here are some ways the two groups are alike. In group 1 and group 2, all of the polygons have four sides.
Quadrilateral.
In group 1 and group 2, all of the polygons have four angles. In group 1 and group 2, all of the polygons are quadrilaterals because they all have four sides.
All polygons with four sides are quadrilaterals.
Okay. So now we're going to go to the next page over. Page 591. And again, you might want to use your notes page. That might help you out a little bit. Okay. All right, let's start at number 1. Nellie drew a group of rectangles and a group of trapezoids. How are the shapes in each group different? So she drew trapezoids and rectangles. So I'm going to draw one. Here's a rectangle, and here's a trapezoid. How are they different? What is something a rectangle has that a trapezoid does not have? Can you see it? Rectangles have four right angles. Okay. All right, let's look at number 2. How are rectangles and trapezoids alike? What's something the same about both of them? We don't have to draw them again. What do they all have? What have we been learning about? Quadrilaterals, and quadrilaterals all have 4 sides. They have 4 sides. And one more thing that else they have. They have 4 angles. 4 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we already have that. Period. All right, number 3. What larger group of polygons do all of Nellie's shapes belong to? We should know that too. They are all quadrilaterals. Long word. All right, we're going to skip 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to go down to the bottom. I know it said independent practice, but again, this stuff is new still, so we're going to do what we did yesterday. We're going to do the bottom together, and then you'll do the back on your own. That will be your independent practice. All right? All right, group 1. Group 2. How are the shapes in group 1 different from the shapes in group 2? How are they different? Okay. Are all the shapes in group 1, each side is the same length, right? For each particular shape. All the sides are the same. If you look at the shapes in group 2, all the sides are not the same length in these shapes, okay? All sides are, let me just move it up a little bit, the same length. They're not, all 3 are not exactly the same size, but this one, all are the same, this one, all are the same, and this one, all are the same. How are the groups alike? What's the same about them? What's the same about group 1 and group 2? Besides that, a lot of the colors are the same. Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. They are all 5 sides, right? And what else? If they have 5 sides, then they're called angles, right? And they each have 5 angles. All have 5 sides and 5 angles. Okay, number 9. What larger group do all the shapes belong to? They're not quadrilaterals because they have 5 sides. Do you know what a 5-sided shape is called? Maybe from last year? It's called a pentagon. Remember when we did the September 11th PowerPoint and one of the buildings that was crashed into was a pentagon because it had 5 sides. It wasn't just a rectangular building, it was a pentagon like that. Yeah, kind of like that. All right, number 10. Draw a shape that could go into group 2, but not group 1. Group 2 is a pentagon, so we know it has to have 5 sides. And remember, group 1, all sides were the same shape, or same size, right? These had all different sizes. So I could just draw No, not that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 5, and they're different lengths. These 2 are different, these 2 are different, and that one's different. Okay, so remember group 2 was 5 sides, but different lengths of sides. Group 1 was 5 sides, but and all the sides were the same size. So in group 1, for number 11, has to have 5 sides, and the sides need to be equal. If you can't do it perfectly, that's okay. We don't have a ruler right now. Okay, your job now is to do the whole back. Okay, all again. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 19 and 20 are your discussion posts. Okay? So 19 and 20 are your discussion posts. When you're done, from the front, we just finished the front. I want you to complete the full back, all the problems. Of course, ask mom or dad or call me if you need help. And 19 and 20 are going to be your discussion posts. Okay? Use your notes if you need help. That's why we take notes. I say it all the time. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say it, but it's to prove a point. It helps us. Plus, I've said it before, when you write something down, it's like you're reading it 7 times. So when you write things down, it helps you remember them. That's why again, another reason why we take notes. All right? Complete the whole back and post your discussion posts, and have a great weekend.